Shadows among the tombstones. My heart pounded like a war drum as I stood at the entrance of the old cemetery, joined by my friends Mark, Sarah, and Chris. The iron gates groaned as we pushed them open, revealing a hauntingly serene landscape of weathered tombstones draped in the pale light of a full moon. The air felt heavy, charged with an electric tension that sent shivers down our spines. Legend had it that this cemetery was cursed, a place where restless spirits wandered among the living, seeking solace or retribution. We laughed off the superstitions, believing we were impervious to fear. Oh, how wrong we were. As we ventured deeper into the cemetery, a chilling fog began to seep from the ground, obscuring our vision. Unease settled in like a heavy fog in our minds. My breath caught as I noticed a figure standing behind a row of tombstones. A young girl in a tattered white dress, her face hidden in shadow. "Did you see that?" I whispered to my friends, my voice barely audible. They turned to look, but the apparition had vanished. "It's just our imagination playing tricks on us," Chris reassured, though his own voice quivered slightly. Determined to prove our bravado, we pressed on. The tombstones seemed to whisper eerie tales of long-forgotten lives as we passed them. I felt an inexplicable sadness, as if the spirits were trying to communicate their stories to us. Suddenly, Mark stopped dead in his tracks, his eyes transfixed on a peculiar statue, a stone angel with a mournful expression. "That statue moved, I swear," he exclaimed, his face pale as a ghost. Sarah laughed nervously. "You're letting the legends get to you, Mark. It's just a trick of the light." But as we turned to leave, the statue's mournful eyes seemed to follow us, and I could have sworn I heard a soft, sorrowful sob emanating from it. The night grew darker and the cemetery's atmosphere turned oppressive. We could feel an unseen presence closing in around us, like a noose tightening. As we rounded a corner, we were met with a chilling sight, the apparitions of a sorrowful funeral procession. We watched in silence as the ghostly figures moved with solemn grace, their mournful wails echoing through the night. We stumbled backward, panic rising within us. "This can't be real," Chris stammered. "It's just an elaborate hoax." But the spectral procession paid no mind to our disbelief, and the air filled with an intense cold that pierced our bones. I noticed my breath forming frosty clouds as we huddled together for warmth, seeking comfort in each other's trembling presence. A mournful voice seemed to whisper in my ear, and the words sent a chill down my spine. "Leave this place. You do not belong here." It was as though the spirits were warning us to leave, but curiosity mingled with fear compelled us to stay. In a desperate attempt to find an explanation, we turned to a nearby tombstone. The inscription read, "Here lies Emily Winters, taken too soon." Before our eyes, the name on the tombstone shifted to "Beware Trespassers," etched in an otherworldly script. Panic surged through us, and we knew we had trespassed upon hallowed ground. As we ran for the exit, the spirits pursued us with vengeance. Their anguished cries and mournful moans echoed through the night. The cemetery seemed to stretch infinitely, the gates eluding our grasp like a mirage. In our frenzy to escape, we stumbled upon an ancient mausoleum, its door slightly ajar. With no other option, we sought refuge inside. The air inside the mausoleum was suffocating, and the oppressive darkness made it difficult to breathe. As we huddled together, we heard the chilling sound of footsteps approaching. The door creaked open, revealing the spectral figure of Emily Winters, the girl in the tattered white dress. Her eyes bore into our souls, filled with sorrow and rage. "You should have heeded the warnings," she whispered, her voice a haunting melody. With that, she beckoned to the shadows lurking within the mausoleum. The room came alive with ghostly apparitions, their eyes gleaming with malevolence. We were paralyzed with fear, trapped in the clutches of the very spirits we had dared to disturb. As the specters closed in around us, I realized the folly of our arrogance. We had awakened an ancient malevolence, and now we would pay the price for our trespasses. Shadows among the tombstones, we would become, forever haunting this cursed cemetery. And so, dear reader, heed my warning. If you ever find yourself near an old cemetery, beware the allure of exploring its haunted secrets, for you may stumble upon more than you bargained for, lost among the shadows of the restless spirits.